Welcome to Historyology.
Or the Alex and Tristan show, which it's not called, so
No.
it's not.
No.
So go on.
How you been? It's been a long time.
Well, I went and got myself another beer, and I think you had a piddle, and a whole week's
just in the fine there.
a whole week's passed.
Yeah, a whole week. We're
Time is weird.
sitting in the same spot and anyway, Historyology podcast. Welcome back to anyone. Welcome back, Tim. Welcome back, Alex's aunt and uncle.
How you doing? Hey guys. Hope you're watching this on the TV. It's really cool.
If you remember last time we'd been, I'd made the very, very thin link between the assassination of Charlie Kirk,
Yep.
the fall of the Roman Republic,
Yep.
and then also the even thinner link between assassination of Charlie Kirk,
Captain Kirk.
popped off in the neck, and the fall of the Western Roman Empire.
All these things are connected. It's more complicated than that.
And this week I'm going to continue the not at all justified connections, and I'm going to connect the assassination of Charlie Kirk and just the general cultural milieu.
I'm excited with how you're going to end this sentence.
The Protestant Reformation.
Please go on.
So
Martin Luther put his note of complaints on the door.
So current times,
Mm-hmm.
the times we live in now, that's what current means.
Sunday. The Sabbath.
Yeah, we shouldn't be working.
I'm out of here.
Guys are going to no lightning or anything.
It's like, I know the rapture hasn't happened yet because I'm still sitting here.
So we live in a world where over the last 20, 30 years,
Yep.
the big, huge technological development is the internet.
Yes.
And then following on from the internet is social media, where the net effect is that everyone can have an opinion about anything, much like us on this show.
People can get fizzed up by people talking about their own philosophical beliefs on the internet, and then they themselves make a video and put it on the internet talking about how fucking fizzed up they are.
So we're going to both critique this and participate in the process.
I am both the cause and solution to the problem of modernity.
But one of the effects is it's like got like this echo chamber type effect where whatever your views on something are, you get information, whether it be in a news cycle or social media or whatever. You get information that confirms that,
Yep.
but not information that disputes it.
Yep.
And it, as I said, creates like this echo chamber, and you become more and more entrenched in that. And I think it has the effect of dividing people rather than, I guess, uniting. Uniting is the opposite of divide.
Well, I mean, dare I utter the words Palestine on the internet, but it's like every single weekend, people who have no idea what they're talking about, much like myself, but on the other end of things, marching very passionately up and down the main road of whatever capital city you are, chanting about, this Middle Eastern conflict, and very confidently on their position.
Yeah.
I would wager that almost none of them have any idea what they're talking about, which is fair.
We should get them on the show.
Yeah.
They fit right in.
Yeah, just we'll just we'll use their word diversity, and we'll get a couple of transvestite communists on. Watermelons, as I prefer. Tell me how I'm wrong and evil, and I'll listen to that, and we'll make the world a better place by recording it and putting it on the internet so somebody else can have an opinion.
Well, so we've seen increase in information technology and how that's available to everyone.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a coincidence that it corresponds with things like Charlie Kirk getting popped off, where instead of having a discussion, these type of things are available, and
the talking stopped.
You seem to be, or people on either side just seem to be, as I said before, just in these echo chambers where they're doubling down and not hearing from the other side, and the other side are the bad guys and they're the good guys, and so on. Actually, in the wake of this Charlie Kirk getting popped off in the neck.
Thank you for being specific about that.
I did see this commentator, and I thought it was very emblematic of what I'm talking about, when they were saying, well, when the Democrats or the lefties were in charge, they did this to us and they did that to us.
Yeah.
So now that we're in charge, we're going to do this to them and do.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was just a perfect representation of what I just said, that it's like it's an us against them.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
The enemy, the other. I mean, it's done on both sides. I'm guilty of it as well. But, like where everything, generally speaking, if you disagree with me, you're just a fascist. If I'm being honest with myself, throw the word communist out there a little bit more often than I probably should. But it's because they're fucking communists and I'm done talking.
But here's the link. Here's the link to the Protestant Reformation. So if you can cast your mind back, if you can remember at all what it was like in the 1450s.
It was a bit smellier, but had a good harvest that year.
Most information was delivered either from like a church community, so by the local priest, or maybe like a little bit from like the local prince, civil authority.
Yep.
In terms of writing and stuff, the literacy wasn't great, and writing was very time consuming and difficult.
Just describing rural Tasmania.
Yeah, I mean, even when I write something now, it hurts my arm a bit, but
I've forgotten how. I just keep trying to. My notepad, I'm just tapping it with my thumb. Why isn't this working?
Around that same time, the Gutenberg printing press was invented. Took a while for it to take off, or to get dispersed among the population, but
it did kind of fuck everything up.
Obviously, it increased the speed that you could, instead of literally some dude having like got the Bible or something, and going like writing out handwriting the whole thing.
And then Paul said,
like, I don't know if you've ever handwritten a book, but it takes ages. I never have, but I'd imagine it would take ages.
I've written a small, like a short story or a chapter 1, whatever my intention was at the time. It took fucking weeks, and I was using Word. You can go back, edit, run through Grammarly, because I need to use Grammarly. But
yeah,
I mean,
it takes ages.
Yeah, and even like thinking about people with typewriters, and you're just like bang, 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 ting, next line, whatever, and then you like misspell a word. The whole page is cooked now.
Yeah. And yeah, like if they make a mistake or something or whatever. And then the printing press, I don't know how long it took to use to print something, but it obviously massively increased the speed at which you can propagate this information. And then on the back of that, because you could essentially get information out quicker, it had an effect on literacy and things like that.
Well, people being like, hang on, the Bible, I can read the Bible suddenly. It says this. I've been told that.
So then, from 1450, fast forward to the 510s,
Mm.
this is when Martin Luther of the Protestant Reformation fame, not
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, funny, there's a white chook that's running around at the moment. He's also Martin Luther. Yeah. Just anyway, there's a few of them. We have to be specific.
And so Martin Luther, obviously, is known for putting his 95 Theses against the Catholic Church of things that he disagreed with. But the general sort of atmosphere, say at the time, is that, as you said before, more people could read the Bible.
Yeah.
And I guess compare it to what the priests at the church were telling them, and then they would be like, "Well, no, I'm reading it differently to you." And so there was.
Hang on, he sounds quite a lot like a poor person, like me.
Yeah, and so that's where this idea of sola scriptura developed, where if something, you can only derive your theology or traditions or whatever from the Bible, and not from like Catholic tradition. That's essentially what the Protestant Reformation is. Martin Luther, he loved printing flies. He was forever printing flies about his ideas and just chucking them around. And I'm imagining
this is what's got me fizzed up this week.
It's like the Twitter post of the day, and then people would reply to his flies with their flies, and he's like,
"Oh, I'm gonna sit down and bang out another one."
Put the letters in the.
Because it's not instantaneous, it's like put it in there and just sit with your arms crossed, just steaming like. Oh man, when he reads that, he's going to be so angry.
They've gone too far this time.
Week later, open up pamphlet. He's like, "Oh, now I got to add to these points." Sorry, being a creature of modernity and the instantaneous nature of travel, I find it so funny. Even like the founding fathers in America with their Declaration of Independence, it was like, they wrote it down, then it's like 4 to 5 months or whatever before King George reads it.
Yeah.
And then like the same way back, 4 to 5 months, and it's just like, letter in the post, and it's just like, he said what?
They're just having a normal day. Like they're just like, "Oh, what a great day! It's nice and sunny. Like, I'll tend to my garden and then do some farming, and then, hey, letter for you, sir."
I mean, I think it's a Shane Gillis joke, but like in reference to the American Civil War, it's obviously got some poor dude in country America, completely apolitical, doing his own thing, farming, having lots of kids, doing whatever, and then like you get the letter from the South, and it's like, "Argh!" And then it's like, all right, I'm going to pick up my rifle and I'm going to walk that way for 3 months. And just like being fizzed up the entire time. Like it's not like a heat of the moment thing. It's like, all right, no, committed. Here we go. And every step, like those sons of bitches. But yeah, sorry.
But no, so the Martin Luther used the printing press to great effect, as did some of his opponents. And as more people could read it, I mean, it still wasn't like the peasants reading it, but as more people,
the everyman,
more people were reading it and engaging with it, it kind of fractured a little bit. There was people that sided with what was becoming the Protestants, and then obviously people that sided with the Catholics.
Hang on, I've read this whole thing and I don't understand why we're giving Mary so much credit. That kind of thing. Little details.
Yeah, and as more people had their opinions and thoughts on things, and I mean, not long after, maybe 30, 40 years after, Luther's Protestant Reformation, like Europe was in a massive, like a societal level conflict where there was, I don't know how many people got killed, but it was a lot. And just trying to work out all this stuff. Like,
So somewhere between Charlie Kirk and World War One.
yeah, in there somewhere. That's the range. They're trying to work out all like who's right, all this kind of stuff, and eventually it sort of settled, and there was a new European order, if you like, settled on, and the status quo was restored, and then people kind of carried on with their lives. And I just wonder if we're going to see something similar. You know, there's lots of fractures since we're seeing an increase in violence. I wonder if there's going to be some sort of big sort of society level upheaval, and then a new status quo is going to be restored. I don't know.
If I could be spicy for a moment, but not too spicy, it's going to be between whether people identify as Christian or not, or just as swimming in the ocean of it, like Tom Holland's Dominion, book Dominion. It's going to be Christians and Islam, and then you've got the commies as well. And I don't, so you can see where the factions are. How it turns out, obviously, I get all fizzed up about globalism, but when you have the internet, so instant communication and mass immigration of peoples with different belief structures and ideas and worldviews and structures of the universe, different gods, whatever you prefer. There's only so long you can keep the lid on, the pressure pot before eventually, and it's not going to be like a American Civil War where there's a clear, demarcation line of North and South. It's probably going to look something more like Lebanon or the Troubles in the Isles between the Irish and the in Northern Ireland and in England, and that will just be sporadic outbursts of violence between peoples and checkpoints set up, and people sort of selecting their own communities. Like now this area is, all the Lebs live here, you've got the Greeks, or literally Chinatown, as I think I've said in previous podcasts. But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I feel like it's sort of an inevitability that we're heading into troubles, and then it'll take a couple of decades, but a new equilibrium will form, and it might not be in your or my lifetime, might be in our kids, and they sort of see things that sort of settle down. I kind of think it's an inevitability, and it's just something needs to happen so everyone can have their argument, stuff will settle down again. And then there will be the historiologists in another 150 years' time having the same conversation, because there are peaks and valleys with all of this stuff. And as information gets quicker, when people communicate, more ideas can sort of be distilled. You look at the conflicts at the beginning of the 20th century, and it's because of books being written in the middle of the 18th century, and slowly but surely people forming their own opinions on things and getting quite fizzed up, and then they'll all pop off, and then it'll calm down again.
Yeah. So we should not have opinions.
It's looking more and more like that the correct way to go about things is to be an absolute Luddite, smash the machines, have a Valerian jihad. No thinking machines for me, sir. The spice must flow. And just return to a point of basically just pick up a banana and climb back into the tree because we made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go. So that is my very not at all well thought out connection between Charlie Kirk and the Protestant Reformation. Just one thing on the Reformation I thought was interesting. Our mate Tom Holland, welcome. You can come on the podcast literally anytime you want, Tom Holland. We will clear our entire schedule to get you on the podcast.
Please. You too, Dom.
Yeah, and Dom, of course.
Now, just for you.
Oh.
No, I can't do it because of the mic, but I'm just going to... there's a button. Taking the button down.
He'll like that. Dom loves that. I can't do it, but...
That's right.
According to Tom Holland, welcome on anytime you want.
You're the Tom of the podcast, let's be honest.
It is in the Protestant Reformation and Martin Luther's ideas is where whenever the word that we use, belief, as in I believe in this or I believe in that, that's where it comes from. So for Martin Luther, like belief was it's a personal thing, you know, like your relationship to God, your belief in God, your understanding of the Bible is a personal thing. So, and that has sort of, you know, developed over the years, and that is now our understanding of the word belief. So when you say I believe in, it's just got really windy.
Yeah, I think this.
I believe in, say, evolution.
Yeah,
you're using it in that sense of like my personal belief is that evolution is true.
It's funny because I you know, with everything going at the moment, and you know, been family stuff and whatever, I myself, like many people, have suddenly started going to service on Sunday, and coincidentally ties up with almost the same week as Mr. Kirk, Christian martyr, leaving us.
There's a connection.
Well, it's a coincidence, but you know, there's you know, whatever. But it's funny, and it's probably the most English or Protestant thing you can possibly say. You know, you'll have someone, you know, just like, and this means this, and you know, and then Peter and whatever, and this is what this means, and I'm just sort of sitting there the whole time with my arms crossed, going, "Well, that's not quite my reading of it." I believe this. So yeah, I just thought that'd be a funny detail to sort of add in. It's like, you know, by my reading of it, it's actually no.
There you go. The Charlie Kirk assassination is, we are living in the modern Protestant Reformation times. I was going to say the Protestant Reformation times reformed. You know what I mean? And there's the Reformation Reformed. That'd be a good title for it. The Reformation Reformed.
Returns.
And troubled times ahead, apparently. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we're going to have a hard time. Our kids will have a better time. Their kids will probably start having a hard time. And the cycle repeats.
They'll be on Mars, so they won't care.
Those fucking Martians.
I'm fizzed up again.
I'm a Terran. I'm not going to have any red planet nonsense.